Okay, so this is something that also affects cognitive shortcuts as well. You might not have enough time to research, and then you're using implicit bias to vote for someone that's completely wrong. That's not going to support you and not going to help you and your family. It's not going to support women. It's not definitely not going to support the minority groups, and it's possibly going to make the lives of the middle class and working class a lot more difficult. And this is something that you need to be more aware of, which is your implicit bias and also your cognitive shortcut as well that comes in together with implicit bias as well. Then I thought about a question is, do people would still vote for the wrong politicians, even knowing that they are wrong for them, for the country, but because of maybe social conformity or because of implicit bias or maybe because of culture affinity or even racial appeals that they go on to vote for those individuals, right? And also, how can you vote for someone that's not going to provide to you any kind of benefit in the long term, short term as well? Why would you still vote to this individual? This is my question, right? It's quite challenging to break that down, but I see a lot of people, especially working class and middle class individuals, voting completely in the wrong way. And how can you do that? You know, who sane, let's put it that way, would still vote for someone that is deceiving them and also not going to benefit them in the long term, short term as well? What makes you vote for someone like that, right? Like, what is the logic behind it? So it's really interesting to kind of, yeah, I still question myself. How can you do that to yourself? Does that make sense? How can you vote to someone that's inflicting you pain and suffering? How can you be loyal to such individuals? Just food for thought. Just think about that. I myself joined a lot of parties in the UK, the Labour Party, the Conservative Party, and also the Lib Dems as well. And I refuse to support politicians, especially leaders from parties who are not on track to support the population and give what's the best for the population. See, that's a very wise decision. I question everything because how could I vote for a party or an MP who is not going to provide us what we actually need? And if it's required, I would switch parties. I would swing to another party, knowing that the current party that I'm in is not going to support the country and help the country in the way it needs. You need to do the same thing. Do not form this kind of party loyalty and you just don't 100% attach yourself to a political party because then you're taking away a democratic system from the system itself, right? So by questioning and having discernment and asking the leaders questions and analyzing them properly, and then making your own decisions if that's the right leader or not, and watching the party as well to see what they're going to do. If that's not the right leader, it's not the right politician. So that process of analyzing everything and also seeing the people's behavior online as well, it's something that you need to do because a lot of people have this kind of party loyalty that once again can be very destructive and not benefit them in the long term. So you need to watch yourself and see if your political party is the right one for you at this moment in time, and also if your party's political leader is the right leader to lead the country.